Hello and welcome. It is day 366 in Arborethia, which is actually a 1 year anniversary because there was a leap year. So instead of 365, we got 366. And to celebrate this event, the devs have released a new little comic here and a full free-to-play mode for Champz. So let's read through this and we'll jump into some beginner gameplay on a fresh account. In the magical land of Arborethia, another year had passed and a new generation of mushrooms was on the brink of growing into mighty warriors. The rapid growth in recent years had caused their current habitat to become increasingly cramped. These mushrooms, living in symbiosis with the Tree of Life, tirelessly worked to expand their mycelium network. This intricate web was essential for nurturing new generations, and over the past year they had diligently tended to this task, caring for their offspring and defending the Tree of Life. Now, however, they needed the support of the new generation. Only the most experienced and eldest mushrooms could safely extend the mycelium network to grant them the time and energy to do so. The new generation of mushrooms would be responsible for protecting the Tree of Life from evil. The efforts of the previous year had borne fruit, and now a seemingly endless number of young, robust mushrooms that were ready to defend and expand their beloved land. The new generation had been taught by their ancestors, and each mushroom inherited the profession of their forebears. The young mushrooms identified so strongly with their professors that they even took names from them. But it wasn't only their ancestors who had taught this new generation. The Koras, esteemed female mentors, had also imparted their wisdom, and as a result, even female mushrooms were among this new generation. There was one such mushroom named Aurora Pureheart. Aurora's mother had been a renowned priestess, and from a young age Aurora had shown a natural talent for guiding and blessing her fellow mushrooms. Her spores glowed with a soft, purifying light, and she could sense the spiritual needs of her community with just a touch. Aurora had spent her youth learning the sacred rites passed down through her family, and now she was ready to use her abilities to protect the Tree of Life. Beside Aurora stood Varian's Shieldbreaker, a sturdy mushroom with a thick armored cap and a fierce determination in his eyes. Varian's father had been one of the greatest warriors Arborethia had ever known, and Varian was determined to live up to his legacy. He had trained tirelessly, honing his combat skills and learning the strategies that had made his father a legend. Varian carried a spear made from the strongest roots gifted by the Tree of Life, a weapon that had been passed down through the generations. The two young mushrooms were joined by others, each with their own unique skills and talents. There was Darius Windrunner, a quick and agile mushroom who could move silently through the forest, gathering information and spotting danger before it could strike. Freya Sporecraft, with her knowledge of the ancient fungal magics, could summon powerful spells and concoctions to protect her friends and hinder their enemies. Cedric Ticklefoot, the jester, whose songs and antics could inspire courage and strength even in the most weary of warriors, and finally Finian Groveguard, the lumberjack, whose strength and skill with an axe made him invaluable in both defense and resource gathering. One crisp morning, as the sun cast its golden glow over the forest, the young mushrooms gathered at the base of the Tree of Life, and the elders, their caps marked with the wisdom of many years, looked down at them with pride. Elders, Varian's Shieldbearer spoke, stepping forward, we are ready to take up the mantle of defenders. We will protect the Tree of Life and ensure that our home remains safe. The Council of Elders nodded slowly. We have watched you grow and learn. We believe in your strength and your dedication. Go forth, young ones, and may the spirit of Arborethia guide you. With a chorus of cheers and the blessings of the elders, Aurora Pureheart, Varian Shieldbreaker, Darius Windrunner, Freya Sporecraft, Cedric Ticklefoot, and Finian Groveguard set out on their first mission. As they ventured into the forest, they knew they were not just protecting their home, they were continuing the legacy of their ancestors, ensuring that Arborethia would thrive for generations to come. And if you read through the entire thing, today you will get an anniversary gift. I don't know what it does. You can't actually open it yet, but it's probably going to be valuable, so I would hang on to it. As you can see, this is a fresh account. I guess you can't see that. This is a fresh account. I have no spores, no truffles, no characters, and it is the 1 year anniversary. So if you are a brand new player, this is probably what you're going to see when you log in. And you come over here to this roll a new gen button, and you're going to click it. Then you can cycle through the classes and pick which ones you want to create. You'll get 6 free characters. I'm just going to go ahead and make one of each of them because that's what I feel like. So if you wish to read through the text underneath, you can do that on your own time. I'm just going to jump right into the gameplay aspect of it. Creating one of each of them. Priest, and then all we need is the warrior now. Bam. So when you get your new characters, they're all going to start with the worst possible stat rolls for their class if they are free to play. But if you purchase an NFT, this could be significantly better. And there are no cosmetic differences between any of the free-to-play NFTs. All of them will have, like every alchemist will have this look, and it will have 50%. So that is good. And then there's been a pretty significant change to the questing system. You now get these 3 quests and a daily login. So I'm going to claim login to begin with. Always claim your login. And you will have 3 different quests. One is to revive, or I guess these 2, the first one at the top right and the one at the bottom left, are going to be daily quests. And then this one at the bottom right is a weekly quest. So if you go for a tough weekly quest, you might not be able to finish it in time. So I believe the first one ends on day 374. I might actually just take the easy quest here because my mushrooms I only got 6 of them and they're not very strong. So we're going to accept that. I think I'm going to redraw the revive quest. I don't want to die at all. Defeat 3 beetles. All right, that ties in here. And we're going to also take the heal 6 times. So to begin with, we've accepted our quests and now we're just going to jump into the fights. If you ask in the Telegram or Discord, you could probably get some people to give you gear, at least some basic starter gear. But I'm going to play through this as if you didn't have that. So we go to a fight. And I forgot to turn on information. This is a pretty easy looking fight. We got a lot more health than him. And they got new animations for these new little mushrooms. So I haven't seen this before. Unfortunately, this guy's a zombie and not the beetle that we're looking for. But we are taking a bit of damage, so we should be able to heal after our first fight. And we missed that one. That hurt. Alright, we should have this. I think we can take 2 more hits. We don't need 2. We got them in 1. Now we gain 10 spores. Level 1 healing only costs 2 spores. And unfortunately, I don't think we got any items, but I didn't actually check. Yeah, no items. We're going to go again. And I keep forgetting to turn on the stat. So the basics of gameplay, you have this flag over here, which is run away. It is not guaranteed. You can fail to run away. I want to say it has a 30% chance to fail, but you can try again. And I would only really run away if it was your first fight and you got up against a wolf, for example. Most of the time I try to fight and I will die rather than run away. We're going to heal up again for the quest. And I forgot to do the stuff again. Your second ability here is a normal attack. It has an 85% chance to land and will deal roughly 1 of your attack meter here. This button at the top will auto recast whatever ability you have selected. So if I have it on my normal attack, it will cast normal attack until I either win or die. most of the time you'll want to go with a normal unless you get up against an enemy with very high armor. If you find a high armor enemy, and actually I'm going to take it off of normal auto attack here for a minute. I'm going to skip the heavy attack and I'm going to go straight into your ability. If you're in a tough fight, you use your ability to help tip the scales in your favor. For a warrior class, it's going to set their armor to 0 so you hit a little harder, and it stuns them, so you get basically one free round where you didn't get hit in order to break their armor. Going back to a standard attack, and unfortunately it was not enough to kill him. We're in a next hit wins type of situation here, and we got the hit. Very nice. Good job, Luna Braverheart. And we got an item here which will help us quite a bit. We're going to heal up, and we're going to equip our common vitamin D. I don't think it should cost you stuff, but here we're going to go over to, where is it, game preferences? Yes, show character information in battle. You're going to want to put that on, and we're also going to crank up our default fight animation speed to maximum. I don't think it affects these solo fights, but if we ever do a team fight, it will come up. Anyway, the heavy attack here will hit for double your damage, but it has a 35% chance to hit, so you miss more than half the time. And I only really use that against high armored enemies. After level 2, things will speed up quite a bit because you get a feature called Auto Battle where you can skip all of these animations and it just runs through it all instantaneously and gives you the fight result. The Auto Battle will basically be like you hit this replay button, so if you set your icon to be your ability, it will use all of your mana for that fight, and then it will switch to auto attacks after you're out of mana. So you gotta be a little bit careful with it. You want to make sure that you have the right ability selected before you click the fast forward button. And I am just trying to get the daily quest done, and then for the other people, even though we got the Beetle Weekly quest, I might try to do exploration or foraging just to speed up the day. After level 1, things become much easier. And that vitamin definitely helps us with these fights because these level 1 scarred peasants are no longer really threatening us. Nice, safe 9 health left at the end of the fight. Victory. We're gonna heal again, and I think we need one more heal. We got a foul fungus, the downgraded version. It's got 1 less attack and a little bit less health. And we had a very weak hit there. Your attacks are a damage range, so even though it says 3, it's probably like 2.5 to 3.5, something like that. And then how the armor works is every 4 armor will block 1 damage. So this guy has 3 armor, he's blocking 0.75 damage per hit. And I think here, the one downside is if we fight a weak enemy, we might heal to full after the fight, because you always heal a little bit at the end. We healed for 5.2, I think we're still damaged. Yep, we heal up, and then we go over here, and it auto-claims your quest, so we go into our inventory. Anniversary gift, you can't do anything, you could sell it. I would probably not, but if you want something right away, go ahead and sell it. And we got a common bow, an XP book, a staff, another staff, a shield, and some essence, and a bunch of spores. And the spores is really what matters to us, because now we can dye and we don't have to worry about being too poor to revive ourselves. So let's see if we can kill 3 beetles as well. That would be good. I think I'm gonna unequip this, and I'm gonna stick it onto my hunter here because we got a bow. Let's actually see. So this we got 1973. If I equip this, does it charge me? It doesn't charge me, so that's just a bug to text right now. And we got a beetle, but it's a Divina. It's a tough enemy. They have a lot of damage there. But our little mushroom, Esme Swift Arrow, is not afraid. Taking down this Divina, it's going to be the first little beetle we kill. We only need 2 more. We're blocking the attack with our head. Probably not the best strategy unless you're a mushroom. We're still going to want to keep healing every fight because, well, I guess we healed quite a bit there. This guy, and here, I could show you the heavy attack. So you see we're going to miss a lot, but when we hit, the benefit of the heavy attack is it does 2 times your attack, but their armor only blocks once. So if you did 2 normal attacks versus 1 heavy attack, they would block more damage from the 2 normals. And we actually got pretty lucky there, 50-50 chance with our heavies, which is better than expected. We got a common resin, which would replace our vitamin D. I don't think I'm going to do it. It is worse unless you're on a lumberjack, where it could be better. So the hunter's benefit is they get extra damage. So instead of having 3 base, we have 4 now. And their special ability is you stun the enemy for 2 rounds. So the round you cast it, they don't attack, and then the second round, they also don't attack you. The other classes' abilities, the hunter, I said, has the extra damage. The warrior that we started out with has a 10% health bonus. So they have 20.9 health while everybody else has 19 health. Priests here will heal each round, so they basically have a built-in vitamin D. Lumberjacks have a bonus defense percent, so he's got 2.5, everybody else has 2 defense. Jesters get experience, so not great for fighting, and alchemists get foraging bonus, which also is not great for fighting. But the Jester does have a very strong ability for fights. Alchemists, I usually just leave foraging, but for this account, we may do some fighting, we may do some exploring. Really, we're going to try to focus on completing our quests, because the best way to make money as a free-to-play player is finishing your quests, getting those treasures, and then you want to sell the stuff in the treasure to other players. And we are getting a heck of a lot of zombies today. Normally level 1 is pretty good mix of zombies and beetles, but we are not getting any of the beetles. And occasionally you will find a baby ant as well. The worst thing you could find as a level 1 though is going to be the angry wolf, and if you come across that, if you have no items, you are going to lose the fight. That would be the only situation where I run away. You have 0 chance of winning. I think he does like 6 damage and has 4 armor or something. It is an insane enemy. Let's see, no shield yet. I will heal here just in case, because I'm starting to get a little dangerous. This Shadow Bee, also a dangerous enemy. I'm going to attack him once, and then I might stun him for the second hit. He hits us for 6 And we did not get, so he has a chance to apply debuffs too, but I guess we resisted them level 1, which is great. We resisted him again. Maybe he can't apply them until you're a certain level. And we kill Shadowbeak. That is another tough enemy. Victory. Another zombie. Going heavy attack. I'm feeling lucky. Nope. That was a good hit. Alright, one more of those. Let's go, Esme. Ah. Yep, this is what most heavy attacks are like. I think we're 1 hit, 3 misses. So we're due for another hit. Nope. 1 hit, 4 misses. And if you ever want to check that sort of thing, you hit this little notepad and it tells you what round you're in. And we got our hit here. He died. 2 hits, 4 misses. That's expected. We will heal up. We will go searching for more beetles. We do not find the beetle. We find another zombie. Let's say particularly foul fungus. Come on, give me a shield. No shield. Another bird. Get out of here, you stupid bird. Alright, I think we got this one. We could definitely take one more hit. But we don't need to. The bird fight would actually be quite tough if we didn't have our common bow. We'd almost certainly need to use mana on it. Here we go, beetle, little bug, level 1. This is what we've been waiting for. And I think since I have another staff, I'm pretty sure I can go on to the priest or the alchemist. I will do a fight with everyone because all of these animations are new and different from the original NFT animation. So I just want to see what everybody looks like when they're doing stuff. We got 2 out of 3 beetles defeated there. Let's try the alchemist first. Common staff. And we could be slightly suboptimal. I'll stick the resonant. Lucian Quicksilver. We're whipping that jar over and we got our magic force field. What is our ability here? We're uncapping the bottle. For alchemists, their thing will make enemies reduce their accuracy by 75% for 3 rounds. So he was extremely lucky to hit us there. We miss. Seems like we're the ones with the bad accuracy here. Alchemists are probably the worst class in the game for actual fighting, so I usually leave them all foraging, but if you don't have a lot of characters, you can't really be too picky. Alright, we're going over to Willow Lightbringer. We got one of those priestesses. We're going to take the vitamin D off here, and we're going to stick it on over here. And so what happens is you will get 1 free item equip each level. And after that, here we go. We got another Divina Ladybug. And you do a nice little lightning zap looking attack there with the priest. And then the block is a my headphones cut out there for a minute, but it looks like the block animation might be the same as the heal animation. You try another heal, even though I don't need it. Yeah. So that's interesting. I wonder if there was supposed to be a third one that just didn't get made in time. I don't know. We got our beetle kill, which gives us a second loot bag. I head over here and we have a full looking inventory. Open this bad boy up. Common bows, talisman, uncommon bow, uncommon shield, some more spores, and essence of rain. Alright, well, a bow means we get to try out our jester, and we'll go and give him a common talisman to fight with. Reese Jingle Bell. And I'm gonna open this one with the ability because I don't like these birds. The jester's ability gives the enemy a chance to hit themselves. So we slap them and we show them our butt. We do a cute little tee to try and block. Oh man, we gotta get him again. There we go, nice hit. Good job, Netherquill. All right, that was that one. I believe the only class we haven't seen yet is the lumberjack. I don't have any melee weapons, no shield. We have book. We're gonna go for it. And ouch, is this gonna hurt? We're gonna open up with our ability. The lumberjack will reflect half of the damage back at the attacker. So we throw up our spiky shield. He hits us for 2 damage, and he takes 6 damage. And we're gonna try our attack, which is a nice little saw blade. And he kills himself again. Very nice. Alright. Now we've seen everybody's ability, and what I would recommend doing then is I probably would fight if I had more time, but it's 11:30 by me, so I'm getting ready for bed. So I'm just going to try to fast forward through today. I'm going to send my little alchemist here out to forage. They will get a bunch of XP. And then the rest of these guys, I'm going to do exploration. I'm going to start with the lumberjack because he has the book. You meet an old druid, one of the oldest servants of the Tree of Life. Hello, brave warrior. Do you need healing? Or should I tell you the location of a nearby spore field? What do you answer? Show me the spores, old man. You follow the druid's directions, and soon you get to a little spore field. You fill your pockets and head home. 6 spores, 6 XP. Not too bad. Next, explore. As you continue your journey, a peculiar tree stump catches your attention. Intrigued, you venture closer, only to discover that it gazes back at you with gentle eyes. Unexpectedly, it breaks the silence and addresses you. Greetings, young adventurer. Fret not, as I am a serene ancient spirit who delights in challenging promising young souls like yourself with captivating riddles. Can you solve the following? Whispered secrets, nature's doe, tiny travelers, currency in tow. Carried by the wind on fungal flight, they make it rain day and night. What am I, nature's funny treasure, a fungible currency, bringing pleasure. That would be spores, the main currency in Champz. Fantastic! Well done, my young one. Here, treat yourself to something special. Next time, I'll come up with an even trickier riddle. You're quite clever, my little champ. We got a bunch of spores there, 30, and 8 XP. So that was a really nice riddle. Keep going here. Absolutely nothing special happens today. But after a day outside in the fresh air, you feel more refreshed than ever. Gain 3 AP, which is really just like +1, because that was -2 for doing the Explorer. Uh-oh. Mythology is on today's agenda in mushroom school, and this is your favorite subject, so you decide not to go for an explorer, but listen carefully. Lose an AP and gain XP. And here's something very special. You see this board? This is a mushroom talking to a unicorn. It says, Schio Grimoire Unicornis. Just remember that. It may come up again later on. On your hike, you pass a large cave. You take a quick peek inside, and the cave is completely deserted. But on the way out, you almost step on some spores growing just beneath the entrance. And then we are out of AP. We have one left, so it requires 2 to explore. So we're going to do one more fight here with this guy. And it's a pretty easy looking fight. I guess with this gal, Lyra to me sounds like a girl's name. If you're a guy named Lyra, sorry, pal. So a lumberjack is really good at fighting one enemy because they take the same amount of damage as you take from your ability. Actually, this ability got boosted. It's now 75% is reflected back. It used to be 50, so that's very nice. So you only take 25% damage. They take 75% damage. And we're going to kill this scarred peasant right now. Should have been born a king. Get 2 XP, heal, and some more spores. Coming over here to the Jester, they get the XP bonus. So this guy might actually be able to level up today. You spend your day putting a fishing rod into a small pond. To sum up your adventure, someone might miss their tattered boot badly, except for that you had no fishing. Today you explore the northern outback. After a while you reach a small clearing. Something is odd here. You see branches and twigs laying unnaturally on the floor. They appear to be in the shape of a large X. What do? X marks the spot, baby. Let's start digging. Fortunately, you have your favorite shovel with you and you start digging. The soil is loose and moist and you are making good progress. Suddenly you hear a gale of laughter coming from the large bushes to your right. The next moment you are dangling in a large net. A group of bugs emerges from the bushes and empty your pockets. Luckily they were only after your spores. With a lot of effort you can finally free yourself and return home with empty pockets. You lose an AP, you gain XP, and you lose spores. That was not the best outcome. Can't happen twice in a row. Let's go for it. You dig and dig, but we don't find anything but rocks and worms. You almost have trouble getting back out of the hole, and eventually you succeed and return home exhausted. Alright, final AP. We're going into a fight, and we're going to confuse the heck out of Davina. Alright, first attack, they did not hit themselves. Second attack, they did not hit themselves, so that is very bad for us. They're hitting us for 4 to 5 damage. We're only hitting them for 3, so we can kill them next hit. Now we should be able to survive one hit. And we get another beetle kill for our weekly quest. Very nice. Alright, we're coming on over to Willow Lightbringer, the priestess. As you continue your journey, a peculiar tree stump captures your attention. Greetings, young adventurer. Fret not, as I am a serene ancient spirit who delights in challenging promising young souls like yourselves with captivating riddles. Can you solve the following? A symbol revered, reaching high, rooted deep and touching the sky. Wisdom's fruits upon its boughs, harmony's sanctuary it allows. What am I, the grandest design? A sacred tree where life aligns. This one is going to be the Tree of Life, and make sure you don't have a typo because it will be marked wrong. Tree of Life. Fantastic! Well done, my young one. Here, a treat for yourself, something special. Next time, I'll come up with an even trickier riddle. You're quite clever, my little champ. Alright. Next one, you come across a bright red parrot in the middle of the path. A very unusual sight in Arborethia at this time of year. Upon closer inspection of the parrot, and in fact looks a little confused, if not to say he looks stoned out of his mind. After a few seconds of blankly staring at you, the parrot suddenly speaks up. Hey dude, sorry, no time for the whole repeating what you say kind of joke that we parrots used to do. I feel dried out like a raisin. Do you know where I can find a well or a spring with some clean, fresh water? Oh, and if you don't mind, maybe some raspberries. Man, I would love some raspberries. Or strawberries. Oh god, strawberries. You remember your old teacher, Mr. Morel, telling you that no outsider is allowed to know the locations of Arborethia's holy springs. But that same Mr. Morel also told you to help strange animals of the forest wherever you can. Sounds like a dilemma. Well, we are a priestess, so we're gonna offer some help here. After a few minutes of thinking, you decide to help the parrot. You lead the parrot to the holy spring. Thank you, dude. You saved my life. I don't have much, but you can have these spores. I smoked enough of them all morning long. You receive 15 spores and 3 XP. Nice. As you continue your journey, a peculiar tree stump gazes back at you. Let's see, where does it start? Whispered Secrets, Nature's Path. This is the same one we had. It is a spores riddle. And we get 6 XP this time. Not too bad. Ooh, this is a very interesting quest. You arrive at a quaint lake surrounded by idyllic mountains. After a long hike, you decide that you deserve a wet dip, so you take off your armor, put on your best swimming trunks, and jump into the emerald waters. While swimming, you feel something is touching your leg for a moment. First you ignore it, but then you can feel it again, and you try to calm down. You can swim back to your belongings, or keep swimming. I'm heading back. I don't like stuff touching me. You arrive at your starting point, only to realize that your armor is not where you left it. All of a sudden, you spot a beaver dragging a big gear bag, and you catch a glimpse of your equipment in his pack. What do we want to do? Well, we're gonna fight this beaver. Evildoers must have justice meted out. Unfortunately, the beaver is much stronger than you, and without your armor, there's nothing to protect you. You seem to make up an excellent dessert. Revive, and we will fight for our final AP. Nice scarred peasant, we've been killing them all day. This one will also die. Come on, Willow. Get him. One more good hit. Actually, this one could be one more any hit. You just have to land the attack. Bam. Scarred peasant dies. We regenerate a little bit of health. And now we are down to Luna Braverheart. Do I have any gear? Nope, no gear. Just a normal day in Arborethia. You fight your way through the bushes and branches and get countless scratches and bruises, but you discover absolutely nothing noteworthy. At least the branches look even worse now. As you continue your journey, you come across an old man giving you some riddles. A mystical creature, a single horn I bear, graceful and pure, with a radiant flare. In dreams and legends I am often found, a symbol of magic on sacred ground. What am I with beauty untamed, in myths and tales forever acclaimed? Well, with one horn and a mystical creature, it's gotta be a unicorn. Corn. There we go. All of our mushrooms are out of AP for the day. We did finish both of our dailies, even though they were easy ones today. And we got a little bit of work done on the weekly quest. And then, what you want to do here, every day you come on over to the spore counter, and you're going to want to burn 1,000 spores. Because burning 1,000 makes you eligible for the raffle. And you know what, just to be safe, I'm going to burn 1,001. I already burned 20,000 here because this was an old quest that an old account that I used to play on before NFTs, and then I sent everything from this account to my main account. But here we are now, so I got an extra 20,000 spore lead. And then if you want to make a little bit of cash, you can take these items, and if you click on them, oh, those ones are equipped. Can't be an equipped item. Let's find one that's not equipped. Essence of Wind. You can list it for sale. You can put in how many you want to sell and the price you want. You can either sell it for spores or for truffles. Truffles are going to be direct to ETH money. 10,000 truffles is 0.001 ETH. Spores let you enter into the burn raffle, so in a way spores are also ETH, but more complicated way to get ETH. And tomorrow you will see what happens here, I hope. There's a leaderboard, and people who burn will get selected to get some treasures. I don't actually know. I've never gotten one of the new treasures. It used to just be truffles, so hopefully I get a box and we can find out what's in the box. But until then, have a great day. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I will try to answer it. Or come find me in the Telegram and ask me there. Have a great day, champs.